Welcome back, my delinquents, and today we're going to be talking about HAGMAXXING, or the Cougar Epidemic, young men dating older women, shoe-on-head. And guys, I'm sorry this is late. I have been sick the last couple days, but we should be returning to our normal programming, normal time and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Sometimes I just get sick. I'm a sickly person. So sorry. But don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, and tell me, what do you think about cougars and HAGMAXXING? As a VTuber, as we explained in this video, this term comes from VTubers, I'm an expert at HAGMAXXING. So let's get into it.
Social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and—
That was a lot of buzzwords, right? A lot of bad words, too. What are we even watching?
kids is dying. And the Zoomer Coomer fantasy of a rich older girlfriend taking charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different.
Ah, my mic. Yes, the mommy issues is prevalent. Nothing's worse than me than getting hit on by an 18-year-old boy. I'm just like, ugh.
HAGMAXXING. In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term HAGMAXXING.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old?
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's HAGMAXXIng. Educate yourself.
HAGMAXXIng. Yeah, I remember this video here. But yeah, I guess it's different for the guy, like the younger person. They're more of the, like, getting preyed on by your cougar or older person. They're not really
self. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what, I am going to make
I just want to iterate. What I mean is, like, they, the weaker in the situation kind of thing. The weaker getting paid. Not like I don't want people to go, damn, don't call them sex offenders or something. I don't know. That I'm just saying, like, they're the weaker of the person getting, attacked, so they are in a better position. You know what I mean? Don't ask me, I just woke up 30 minutes ago.
An entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing, or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces?
Older timepieces? I do like that. That's so funny. I think it has to do, like, with a lot of young guys also, like, so sick because, like, the grind of making money, buying stuff is harder than ever for men and women. And now they're, like, also going into the whole, like, you know, it would be great if a woman made all the money and I just got to, like, leave society almost. I got to leave the money grind. I just cooked, played games, cleaned up a bit and stuff, like, and even if, like, you do have kids and it ends up, like, a lot of work, you've left the whole stress of, like, having to make money, because stress, that's something, like, you don't fully realize, and it's getting worse and worse. It's, like, just regurgitating every month having to make money, and it's just, like, the stress is killer.
Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holtzgern. Holtzgern is a young, has a built-in to spoil.
People are telling me I should skip the sponsor. I can't help it. I like shoeonhead and
their
glasses.
Zoomer boyfriend.
What the hell?
Just saying. The watch is adjustable to fit every wrist.
I like how she's saying these, like, your Zoomer boyfriend would like it. Cougars with money, please.
Holtzgern's products are made in small quantities to ensure that each item is built to plated, made from free expression, or you just— a big thank you to Holtzgern. You usually think of evil cat.
Oh my god, we skipped too far. A little too far there. There we go. I also was to say, I'm not, like, a big thing. I wouldn't date someone so crazy younger than me or crazy older than me. But I think, like, with two consenting adults, like, in their late 20s or 30s, whatever, who gives a frick? Like, but, like, when it's, like, not legal people, that's fucked up and gross, okay? Or barely legal. It's weird, okay? It's weird. But to be fair, I'm not gonna pretend like it isn't, like, odd to date someone significantly older or old enough to be your parent. Like, that's weird.
Video. Weird. Now, let's get back to it.
But I can see where it comes from, like where it's becoming more popular.
What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, HAGMAXXING, Riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when I think of the term hag, I usually—
Oh my god. Wait, wouldn't Shoe be classified as hag too? Like, she would be classified as HAGMAXXING. Because, like, in the VTuber space of where it originally comes from, HAGMAXXING is like anyone over 30, pretty much. So, she would be 100% a hag maxer. Or you have to act at least like you're over 30, and that makes you a hag. So.
we think of evil, cackling witch. But no, apparently now it means women above 30. Fuck you guys.
There you go! Yep, she's above 30.
Tired of comments that are like, I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade, and now I'm graduating college. Good for you! Awesome! Congratulations! My knees hurt when I get up off the floor! Now,
Shoe's old.
oh, this term HAGMAXXING went viral a few months ago with this screenshot.
Old age comes for us all, brothers.
Meet the HAGMAXXers, Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was, but the meme did spark a massive—
Everything comes from 4chan, I swear. And then at some point, there's some dude on Facebook that believes it's real. It's kind of funny.
Conversation and debate about HAGMAXXING. And people had a lot of strong opinions about it. Motherless behavior.
Motherless behavior. I guess. Depends how extreme your motherless behavior. Because I don't think Cougar maxing or, HAGMAXXING is, like, obviously the most mommy of issues. Like, if you're asking them to call you baby or something and you call them mommy dearest, that's some issues.
This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not HAGMAXXING, it's MILF hunting, and it's an art. Please don't misappropriate my fetishes.
I think the thing with HAGMAXXING, like, MILF hunting is, like, the idea that they're a mom. They probably have a kid. But, like, HAGMAXXING tends to, they don't have a kid, you know what I mean? There's no family structure automatically.
Giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16, waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol. Okay, officer. I'm gonna throw up.
We're gonna need the police on this one.
I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle, drizzle. Young, hard dicks and the older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. HAGMAX bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been HAGMAXing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class.
I'm gonna need the cops on that one too.
I am going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself. I want to be a HAGMAXer.
What the frick? Calm down.
LOL. Any female taker? XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh, nice. It must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa. Let's,
Again? Okay, no one said it's socially acceptable for 37-year-old women to date 20-year-old men. No one has ever said that. That's why it's a weird thing people are talking about. Because it's not socially acceptable. Because most people don't think it's weird as frick if women date younger guys in general. Because they have it in their head women should only date older guys.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term HAGMAXXING is very popular in the VTuber community.
This is when my community comes into it. Yeah, this has been around for months, so if this is new to you, you're behind, old man. You're behind the times. But yeah, this has been going around for months. I even have memes made about me, because apparently, frick, there goes my mic. I sound old. I sound like I'm HAGMAXing and I should be HAGMAXed or some bullshit, because I sound old with my old boomer ways. And I'm always whinging about things.
Now, I don't have much interest in the VTuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest.
I was warned about this. Did you see me briefly? This took way
But they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a video reacting to VTubers reacting to—
No. One, I did get a screenshot sent to me of this, so I kind of knew this was coming. But it's like, I tried to like grab this and it's way too fast. And she says, should she react to VTubers that reacts to her? And I'm gonna say, please don't do mine. or any of mine, please. I get enough crap for these videos. Please don't do mine.
To me one day. That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that. Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rate. One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the
Frick. I think it's also because more women have money, so a lot of guys are also realizing they can have like a safe place, because like where they don't have to worry about money. I guess gold digging is on the rise. To be fair, I've been seeing that for a while, that a lot more guys are like joining in on the gold dig bandwagon or something. Equal rights, equal fights, I guess.
freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities." Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They're not ran through. People would just be called—
Again, I do agree. I would say it's a bit weird dating someone substantially younger, like both ways, but no matter what you complain, people gonna dig gold, you know? People are gonna look for some financial security, like some people like this, so what are we gonna do realistically? But yes, I would say it's like a bit weird, because I guess you're stopping them living their life. They kind of like fit into your life, which is, I guess, a big problem with dating someone. If you're going from the 20-year-old's point of view, when you date someone like 30 something, you just go into their life. Yeah, you get financial security, but your life can kind of be put on pause unless it's like very casual. So ups and downs, but yeah, I wish they weren't put on like as like so weird, but
calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part,
appealing dating options. That's like the chicken and the egg theory. If men want to date younger women, who do the older women date? If all the older men are dating younger women, which I don't think all older men date younger women, or aged care homes wouldn't be having so much sex. But like what happens first? Do women just date what's available, or whatever? What is it? I was like, or is it just like it's easier to? It's like what happened first?
many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age.
True, I guess too, like the Gen Z, because this is actually, I've watched a few videos about this, like also the effects of older men dating in every dating pool, because they date into their age group, younger, older, etc., is that they actually cause the drought of dating for younger men that the younger men feel too, is that the older men take the younger girls to date, and that's even less people for the younger guys to date. So it's like it's like a problem where they cut, like the older guys are just punching down to the dudes and causing a dating problem too. And it's like it's like really interesting when you like go about it. So when like a lot of people defend, like older guys defend dating younger women, I don't get the younger guys jumping in and defending it too, because they're screwing themselves. Like, are you defending something because maybe in 20 years you might get a date with a younger woman? It's just like, no dude, you're hurting yourself, this isn't great.
Or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
If you're an older millennial
That was so cringe.
a woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways,
Last part's a bit of a stretch, I feel, but the energy, I don't know, maybe that's why I like guys my own age, like, I don't know, I just like hanging around, watching movies, cooking people meals, and like maybe going out and like once a fortnight or something to do something interesting, if there is something interesting to do, you know, like energy, bruh, I've been tired since I was born, quite literally, because I have a sickness, but
Gen Z
that's
men
why.
see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the
Maybe that's also why, like, poly's on the rise. I was gonna say the youngins, and everyone's gonna be like, Del, stop hagging yourself. You're hag dating yourself with this talk. But you know what I mean? To be fair, I knew some people, they're like older than me, and they are way too old to be polying, and they all started to poly, and it's like, I don't even talk to them anymore, but like the stories they told me were insane. It's like, I guess maybe that's also why, like, a lot of people aren't doing monogamy, like
hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennial women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros. I swear modern-
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I agree that, like, the wording in there is, like, really weird. Because some of those things aren't exactly no thought process. They're just putting a pretty label on it, weirdly enough. I would say, like, I get little bits of, like, what they're trying to say. And that, one, it's so pretentious what they're writing. Oh, but, like, I agree a little bit with the soft life. I think, like, younger people, including myself, are, like, liking the soft life. They're not as entrenched in you have to work till you're dead. You have to, the only time you get is your 5 years of retirement, if you survive that long. And, like, you have to keep up with the Joneses kind of stuff, which America suffers with the worst. I feel like this. It's not as bad in Oz, but it can still happen. Like, and that's what the soft life is really about, is like actually getting to enjoy your life. And I feel like a lot of guys are definitely feeling that, but they don't know where that leaves them. Because, you know, all they have is podcast bros, and all they say is like, make money, get ripped. And I don't think that's like particularly super helpful.
Modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius!
See, this is a thing that is actually talked about in feminism. I know, a naughty word. Like, modern feminism, funny enough, this is talked about, but also connected with, like, old-time feminisms, is that the fact that sexual, freedom has kind of been twisted into you should have to experience all sexual stuff. Experience your life and get on Tinder and stuff like that. But the only point of it, originally, so it's like returning back to monkey, is that you get a choice. You shouldn't be shamed into going into it. And if you don't want to be a housewife, you don't have to be. If you don't want to sleep around, you don't have to. That's the general idea of it. But somehow, over media and everything, it's just twisted. It's like, no, go fuck around on Tinder. Yeah, go be in a poly relationship, etc. And that's not the point of it. And so we're kind of like returning back to like, this has been twisted, please stop. And a lot of people are realizing that just because it's pushed as something normal, a normal thing is to sleep around when you're young, doesn't mean it actually leads to being happy, if that's not what actually you want. And the whole point is choice. You should be given a choice. So I find that really interesting, because I think everyone's picking up it's kind of a problem, and some people may roll me for saying like that, but also some people may roll me for saying like, you get a choice? What the fuck? Women should just stop being sluts. Oh my god, why does my mic keep falling? But I don't really care, as long as like it's an informed choice. It's an informed choice people make, and they're not doing it just because they think it's normal. That's the normal thing they have to do.
Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the HAGMAXXING train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother.
I saw it with the Anne Hathaway movie. There's like 2 others coming out this year. One with like Nicole Kidman in it, and I was like, why is there so many raunchy older women kind of things? It's like,
Size Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines with Amazon's new heartthrob.
It could also be because like all the best actresses are quite older now too.
Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't HAGMAX with Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, to be fair, that's what I said too. It's like, yeah, it's a bit weird, but it is Anne Hathaway.
Forward young man you are. My goodness.
This phenomena is a groundbreaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just—
To be fair, I feel like a lot of, like, movies, if like a point is that they're substantially younger, is that they bring up the problems in it a lot of the time, but I think they mean, like, I do see, like, there's some weird casting choices where there's, like, a 6-year-old guy, and, like, yeah, this is my wife, my same age, and his wife is, like, 30, and you're like, I don't think so, bro. Like, I don't think so. Like, but yeah, it's like, I agree with this, that I don't think it should be like, just because men do it, it should be okay. It's like, no, if it shouldn't be okay, like to date someone as young as someone who could be your kid, it should be the same for both. Equality. No one should ideally do that.
kind of assholes celebrating of
Or at
billionaire
least we should see it. It's freaking a bit weird. Like,
female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering—
damn, penis envy at it again. I do think that is like I think that's an interesting thing it explores, because I saw that in the Nicole Kidman movie, one where it's like if you had power, would it be different? And I would like to see them actually explore the idea: are women like not wanting younger men, or do they just not have the power to open up to that? But I guess like that's the thing, like CEOs, doctors and stuff, they are more likely to abuse their power positions because they're powerful positions, and it draws in that kind of people. So I find that interesting in it, but yeah, I do agree.
with younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15, and she was his high school
Dude, woman needed to catch a case.
teacher. Wait, that is not good. There
Bad, yeah. What the fuck? 15 and he was her teacher?
should be a
Please.
stigma against that.
Get the police!
What? Maybe these high-profile women will help shatter the stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No, when
Sus. Check this person. Sus. Okay, there's one thing destigmatizing, like, having your wife a couple years older than you, or something like 2 or 3 years, because a lot of people don't like when their people's wives are older than them for some reason. But, like, there's one thing, 2 or 3 years, but fucking 25, and he was 15, get out of here. Get out of here, prison.
you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that. What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23.
I hate the whole, like, thing. It's like, but it's love is love. It's like, don't make me punch you with my love fist. I swear to God. Like, I hate that. I hate when someone just comes in and it's like, everything's fine because love is love. And it's just what the heart wants. I'm like, shut up, hippie.
I make upper 6 figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job.
32 with a 19-year-old? For 3 years? Wait a minute. That math ain't mathin'. That math ain't mathin'.
We both know what we want out of this relationship, and we're getting it. You know, honestly, good for this wait. One is 32 dating a 19-year-old for
She got the math.
3
That is
Oh
bad.
no. We older women aren't man haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating
Weird as fuck statement. I can't. It's like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes, like, dating a mature person, not automatically ages older, a mature person can be nice in a relationship. But, geez, like, the whole, like, well, we can't get pregnant.
older women is called HAGMAXXING now? Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic? No, it's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously
Interesting, interesting. I would say some people do use it as an endearing to kind of show that like women over 30 can be attractive. There are some people, like a couple in there, that try and make it sound like you're a hag, you're all women over 30 are expired. But I would say like most people, especially in the VTuber community, is just like, I love my hag waifu. Damn. So that's why I think it is more of a retaking the word
Disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys?
That's the thing. I do think this is a weird point of view, like, too. Like, the woman is 30-something years old. She has a clue. Like, the younger man is the victim if he's underage or in that situation, and is the more likely to be taken advantage of.
You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hags. Now let's hear from the HAGMAXXers. Why are these young men dating older women? I have
straight. I have mommy issues. Well, it went straight to the point, I guess.
Mommy issues. Oh, well, there has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish. Come on. There's gotta be another reason. Because Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience.
I think it's also like most people in their like late 20s to 30s have things going on in their life. Like, they have a job, they may have kids, maybe, they have hobbies, they have stuff. So like when you're young and dating, you got none of those things, so all you got is each other. So you're just suffocating each other, like, with wanting each other's time. So I can kind of see that, but it's like wanting to skip a step, though. You know what I mean? Like, you want to join in on the people that already have it together.
I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her. I changed my Tinder.
I don't know. Like, I can't say this because apparently I'm a prude on my sexual levels. I'm picky, what can I say? I'm not gonna, I don't do the whole hookup culture thing. But, like, the thing is, I do think, like, every generation has people that went through hoe phases, I guess. Just from people I went through schools. I say generation, like, I'm, like, so far back, me and my boomer days. But, like, but I don't know. I can't honestly say. I guess it's different in different areas and countries, how much?
Your age range.
But apparently it's common to be like under 2 or 3, like for people like having those low numbers.
From 20 to 25 to 30 to 39, and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make 6 figures at 22 years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk, or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together. George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16, and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old.
That's one arrest waiting to happen, but also some major mommy issues, I think, on that one.
It's the elusive reverse pedophile. Dating a woman.
Oh my god, so true though.
With a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They are all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman?
Yeah, I guess that maybe they're out of that thing because they've learned. Because that's the thing, like a lot of that stuff is like a learning curve.
Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure. You people are sick. No, I
Also, like, no denture. How old are they dating? That's like 60. But, okay, so there's something interesting in psychology when you think that people who raised Gen Z Alpha, or even some millennials, they had to, like, be a two-parent working household. Do you think, like, it could be, like, a result of having no parents, that they want to be parented in their older age, specifically boys by mothers, women by dad, blah, 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 is because their parents aren't around and they feel like they haven't been taken care of? And that might be also why. It's interesting to think about, because, like, parenting does affect so much.
I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like easy sex or gifs, or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young, college-educated women want college-educated men. See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her. But not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached, unlimited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older man and younger woman.
I do get that, but isn't it also, like, isn't what a lot of the internet wants women to be sleeping around in? So isn't Stacy being more picky exactly what they want to, not to just sleep around with every guy? It's
but
like
why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile, and the whole point of relationships is to make babies. Or at least it used to be. Well, at least in our lizard brains. That's the whole.
Yeah, I would say that's also a part of it. The whole having to have a family or make baby isn't automatic for a lot of people. A lot of people don't, like, especially young people, don't want to have any kids. So I guess they just don't care as much too if they can have children. If a lot of guys know at 25 or 22, that's like, I really don't want kids. Like, so I guess that makes sense too. But, and that's why I think a lot more people are single too, is because relationships are shifting, not for I have to have a relationship to I only have a relationship if I want one, because like the stats are showing that both men and women are having sex later in life and they're dating less. So interesting.
Whole point. I don't know what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like, what's the point? As well as situationships and polycules. The world is
I
very.
I think the short term is that they may know it ends, but they're like companionship, because especially I guess if you're dating like a MILF or like a cougar or whatever, they know they're not going to make anything serious with you, so it may just be companionship for that time period, and then, you know, you go your separate ways, because it's kind of like expected, even if you're like a 28-year-old guy who dates a 37-year-old woman, that you're most likely, if you end up deciding to have kids, going to move on in a couple years. But I don't know.
Confusing. It turns out people are different than me. Now, let's be real, HAGMAXXING simply does not make any sense from a evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024, we have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We can grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now.
Death pods, let's go!
Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week
I don't know, like, that's the thing, that Gen Z, like, adult women that don't want them, I think there's a lot of guys that don't want them too, because I feel like a lot of guys don't know why they want kids. They just think they have to have kids, or they want a legacy, but a lot of guys aren't buying into the legacy thing as much. So I think there's a lot of guys that don't want kids too, in general. Like, but I think I can't afford them is a huge one.
I see an article fear-mongering
And don't go like, Del, you're just probably one of those women that don't want kids. I actually do want kids, okay? So I'm one of those filthy people that want to have children. I'm a I just think I can understand the choice of it because I don't judge people who don't want kids. It's like, it's up to them. I feel like if you want kids, you should be able to have kids. And it would be nice if you could afford them. And if you don't want kids, that's fine too. No one should have kids if they don't want them. They make bad parents. And I respect that kind of reflection.
Gen Z, don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah, you have to save the planet. And first of all, I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids,
Yeah,
if they
but
think-
do you need that many kids? Like, because do you need like 5 kids per family? Not really. But realistically, the only reason to have a high number of kids is if you want to keep like society. Because like realistically 2 kids per household would be replenishment, but like most people don't have that much. But families are just getting smaller and smaller because it's expensive as fuck. And the only people that have that bigger families are people that don't realize how expensive it is.
they can't afford kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman, might as well scramble those rotten eggs. Oh, editor, edit that out. No.
That's that's a weird one. Especially seen HAGMAXXING is over 30. Okay guys, remember women can get pregnant up to like 45. So like do the age math if you are seeing someone slightly older than the age math, okay? Because until they go through menopause, and some people go through like fertility spikes when they start menopause. So just because they started don't mean you're safe. Be educated if you need to wrap it or not.
But believe it or not, HAGMAXXING is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years, even. In fact, there was a very famous HAGMAXXer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And that HAGMAXXer's name? Benjamin Franklin. No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of HAGMAXXing. And what's funny is, a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who HAGMAXX give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world, and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality. Because there is no hazard of children.
There's like a lot more free time too, like this. So it's also, yeah, you don't have to worry about getting married, you don't have to worry about like some husband having sex with you, you don't have to worry about a bunch of kids. So it makes sense you have like a lot more time to yourself too when your looks fade.
Children, which irregularly produced may be attended with much inconvenience. Because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever. Benjamin Franklin really just said, the ass is still fat. Incredible stuff from our founding
And he really likes how the vajayjay looks. That's what I'm getting from this.
fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American HAGMAXXer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is. All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, other than, like, that's the thing. These are low percentage, no matter which way. Even with, like, men to younger women. That's why they're so crazy when we see them, because it just seems like a lot, because 1.6% or something. It is, seems a lot when there's, like, bajillions of people. But, yeah.
he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more, and couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. The closer you're around in age, you're more likely to stay together. Just because you're on the same wavelengths, you're in the same stages of life, etc.
But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of HAGMAXXIng? Have you ever HAGMAXXed? Would you HAGMAX? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school while I was going into college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school.
Wait, what?
I'm not married to a middle schooler, not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video,
Older is she than her husband?
please consider supporting me on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below, and I will see you next time with a new video.
Would her husband technically be HAGMAXXing? Like, depending, like, how many? She's not beating the hag allegations on this one, that's for sure. But, it's an interesting video. It's interesting thinking about, but when you think about the percentage of the 1%, it's not really an epidemic per se. But yeah, it feels like a lot more when you see it around. But there's definitely more men interested in older looking women, I guess. Than just younger looking. So it's a very interesting video, and it's interesting it's gaining popularity. But realistically, I feel like the idea of cougars, MILFs, or HAGMAXXing becomes popular every couple of years under a different name and a bit different. Because I feel like also, yeah, the idea of MILF is like sliked because a lot of people don't like kids anymore. Strangely, like it's so rare for me to find someone who's like, yeah, I want kids, bro. Yeah, but interesting video, and you know the rules, and so do I. If you would like to like and subscribe to this video, that would be amazing. It really helps me out. We also have a Patreon for to get videos early, and all the other channels, and the drive with all the uploads. Yay! But thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time, my delinquents.